In this episode of Fictional Hangover, we talk about a wolf mom, a warehouse of pickled corpses, sweet, juicy lore, and making ridiculoufying a word. In our discussion of Artie and the Wolf Moon by Olivia Stephens. And I almost did it right then!
He said it!
Oh, my brain shut down when I was saying it.
That was so funny. I'm so proud that you said it right.
Don't worry, you get to try next. Hey everybody, welcome to Fictional Hangover, a podcast about books that is full of spoilers. Every week we discuss a different book in way too much juicy detail. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Claire, and today we're going to discuss Artie and the Wolf Moon by Olivia Stephens. I usually say full moon, so yeah, that's my confession.
That's how it was. That's how it was saved, and I looked at it and I said, "That's not right. It's mom." And then it was all wrong.
Mom moon, full moon, wolf moon. It's all a moon.
Standard disclaimer. If you haven't read this book, please remember that Fictional Hangover is all about spoilers. If you haven't read or listened, even though it's a graphic novel, I can say that this time, and don't want to be spoiled, stop listening to us and go read or listen to the book. Then come back. If you haven't done this but want to pretend that you have, or if you don't care about spoilers, or if you just like the show so much that you don't care about any of that, then listen up.
Oh, can we go straight into confessions?
Yes?
I forgot to listen to it. Oh,
I did.
Too late now.
I did not forget.
It's too late now. I was gonna, because it's only like an hour long.
Yeah.
But I just didn't have the time, and every chance I did, technically I could have listened to something. I needed to concentrate really badly, so I didn't have any kind of background sound on. Well. Oh, too bad, so sad.
Well, if we want to talk about that for a moment, this one, it doesn't have a narrator's name attached to it, which made me feel a little off about it.
Oh, does that mean it's AI?
Well, it's narrated by Book Buddy Digital Media. That's all it says. And, I mean, it sounded like a human, I suppose. But also I was trying to research to find out. And the only thing of really any import that I learned is that SAG-AFTRA, the union for voice actors, has a no sign with these guys.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know about that. And I will say that, do you remember when we listened to the graphic novel audio for Nimona? And
yes.
It had a whole production value, and there were multiple characters, and there was stuff that wasn't necessarily in the graphic novel, describing what's going on, and so you actually know what's happening. This one, unfortunately, was just reading the captions. And there are many pages where it's just going, oh, ha 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 ha, oh, 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 ha 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 ha, oh, ha 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 ha. And that's it.
Okay, so I've just done a very quick check about Book Buddy Digital Media, and the short answer is yes, they do use AI in their audiobook production workflow.
Yes. But saying that, it could...
But not
as a
fully automated narrator.
Right.
So.
Saying that, it could be they use AI to edit it, they use AI in other ways.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily an AI voice. But I think if you were going to listen to this one, you need the graphic novel in front of you to listen along as it reads, because otherwise, I mean, there's just so many pages with nothing but howling, so you wouldn't understand what was going on.
That doesn't make sense. Yeah, it does say, it emphasises that professional voiceover talent is used, multilingual narration, and author-recorded. But it does have a lot of AI assistant narration is possible. So it's, it could just be that's in the editing and stuff, which I can sort of understand. So it's used with caution. But I agree that if you're saying to me that it's just, then that's not really telling me anything about what's happening in the book. And especially having read the book, there are pages and there's pages where there might be 4 or 5 pages where nothing is happening in terms of
nothing's happening
the
vocally.
talking.
Yeah,
it's happening on the page. And we have gone right over the spoilers, so you may need to edit this difference and stuff out, give us your standard disclaimer, and we can get into it.
I'm not going to edit that.
Okay.
I'm going to leave it.
You rebel, I love it.
I don't think we really spoiled anything. It's called, I almost said Wolf Mom. We know that it's about wolves, so howling is okay.
And there's a moon involved and a character called Artie. All those spoilers in the title happen in the book.
Yeah, it's fine. So background info, I read an interview on learnerbooks.blog, and Olivia is asked, when working on the same project for a long time, it's not uncommon for your interest or motivation to wane. How do you keep motivated? And I thought that this was the cutest thing that I've ever heard. And I feel bad about saying non-positive things about the audiobook because the graphic novel is so good. And so I feel badly that we started out in such a negative realm. But this...
I'm not going to say negative. We started out in a cautionary...
Okay, yes. Yeah, that's better. That's better. So, how do you keep motivated? She says, I take screenshots of all the compliments and positive feedback that people have given me over time about my work. If I'm in a really rough spot, it helps to open up that folder of positivity and remind myself that the project is worth finishing. I also have extensive playlists for all my projects. I fill them with music that inspires me. How cute. She has so many, positive things. That's amazing. I love it.
We will need to put something positive for her to add to the pile.
Yes. Yes, we will.
Because I love this book. Spoiler alert.
Yes. The second thing that I took for background information was something, this was selfish. This was for us. I took this just for us. Okay. What are your most unexpected challenges when working on a book? And her response is organization. Keeping track of 200 files at different stages of revision and completion takes up more of my day than I expected it to when I was still in art school. My solution involves lots and lots of spreadsheets.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I bet she has conditional formatting.
We love a spreadsheet.
Give me some formulas.
We love a spreadsheet.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
Yeah.
Wow,
okay.
We are such dogs.
So, we are, and it's... I don't want to say it's sad, but it's kind of sad how nerdy we are. It's fine. Initial thoughts? The only thing that keeps going through my head right now...
I feel like I've already covered them.
Right? I just keep calling it Artie and the Wolf Mom. And, really, if you think about it, if you read the story, it makes more sense for it to be called Artie and the Wolf Mom. So I feel okay in my incorrectness with this one.
I fully support Artie and the Wolf Mom. And also, how cool is that as a bad name as well?
Yeah, it's amazing.
That'd be a really cool bad name.
Yeah, I like it. And, Olivia likes music, so maybe she should start her own band. And it's called Artie and the Wolf Mom. We support her if she does that.
Yes.
Positively, so she'll save it and put it in a spreadsheet.
Yes. I want to go on that spreadsheet so bad now.
I know. Okay, let's do it. Let's do the summary. It's early September in Oregon. At Rosedale Middle School, Artie Irvin has her headphones turned up to 11 while developing some photographs. It's at the end of the day, but her teacher lets her stay behind to finish and tidy up, which also helps her to avoid the usual school jerks. Well, it does, until Artie is vibing with her music on the way home when the bullies say some pretty dumb and racist stuff, and we hate them, and we immediately wish they would be eaten by wolves. Artie is smart and quick. And she takes a picture with her camera of the local wildlife, aka the girl bully, and it is mwah. But then her mom, a park ranger, pulls up in her marked car and whoop whoops her siren, and Artie chimes in. Such a good start. Such a good start. Minus the bullying.
It really does. It sets the tone that Artie is a clever girl.
Yes.
At home, Artie's mom, Loretta, unpacks the groceries and hands her daughter a couple of packs of film. Yes! As they have dinner, rare steaks, Artie suggests she go outside that night for some full moon pictures, but Loretta says she can't because of work early the next day, and Artie isn't allowed to go out into the woods herself. Artie's not happy to wait until Saturday. Mom, the moon's not going to be full then.
Pretty sure Loretta knows how full the moon is.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure that puppy dog eyes from your daughter is not going to work when you're a werewolf, and in fact, the puppy.
When you are the wolf mom, it doesn't help.
No.
But we don't know that she's the wolf mom yet, even though we do, because we read the back of the book
before we started. It's at the back of the book. It's the second sentence.
Later that night, Artie can't sleep. Her camera is calling to her. She grabs her gear, tells her dad's photo she'll only be gone an hour, and sneaks out, music filling her ears. She finds the perfect spot on a hillside clearing, but after a little while, Artie hears a crack, spots a wolf in her camera lens, and knows the cue to head back when she sees it. Unfortunately, she leaves her headphones on the ground as she books it home. Double unfortunately, there's a wolf on her patio, snuffling in a box. Better call Mom! Hi! There's a wolf!
Mom, I snuck out and there's a wolf. It's not a phone call I've ever expected. The wolf has found a purple bathrobe and is having a good old snuffle when Loretta's phone rings inside the house. The wolf looks up at the sound and starts walking toward it, turning into Artie's mom and putting the bathrobe on. What? Shock. Artie steps out, giving her mom a shock, while Loretta tries to question Artie as to why she's outside on a school night. The better question is posed arguably by Artie. Why were you a wolf? You know what? It's time for cookies and a conversation.
We need to have a snack to get through this right now.
Give me the sugar.
Okay, so Loretta is a born werewolf. It's a family trait. Artie might be a werewolf, but her dad, Kelly, was human, so it's not a sure thing, as none of the usual signs have happened. But you know, Artie could just be a late bloomer. While Artie is getting all excited about her mom being a wolf, Loretta throws figurative cold water over her, explaining that there are scarier things in the world than werewolves. Artie is sent to bed then, because it's late, with promises they'll talk more, and her questions will be answered.
Well, September slides into October, which slides into November, and Artie doesn't get any answers, and life is the same. Except she obviously knows that Mum's a werewolf.
Right.
That's
a little bit different.
It's a little bit different. Well, everything's the same apart from, obviously, Wolf Mom. Until that is a classmate asks, what's being served for lunch? And Artie sniffs the air and knows they're having spaghetti and breadsticks, but the breadsticks are burning in the oven. Whoa! Whoa! What the heck? What just happened? Then, on the way home, the bullies are back. Yawn. They push Artie around and open her camera, exposing the film, then drop it and break it on purpose.
No.
The jerks.
Eat them.
Her eyes go red, bright red. And she scarily shouts, "Go away!" And the bullies can't skip fast enough. Like, I swear they must have pooped their pants. Suddenly, something racks Artie's body.
Can I just say, the only thing that I could think of in this scene was Teen Wolf, but, you know, the very excellent Michael J. Fox version, where he goes in, and he's very obviously underage, and he goes into the liquor store to get a keg of beer, and then his eyes flash red, and he says, "Give me a keg of beer." And his eyes are red. That's exactly what I pictured right here.
Yeah, there are so many Teen Wolf, like, influences and vibes throughout this book. Yeah.
I mean, she just... Maybe there's going to be a book 2, and she needs to do some surfing on top of a van.
Artie is the Teen Wolf.
Yes. Yes. Okay, sorry. When Loretta gets home, things are amiss. Artie is home, but her stuff, including the outfit she had on at school that day, floor in the hallway. Out back, a very happy wolf is running around in full view of the neighbors. Yay. "Artie, get inside now." And the neighbor's like, "Did you get a dog?" And she's like, "Oh, yeah,
yes,
I did.
It's a mix.
Brand new." Inside, Artie changes back, but is reluctant to tell her mom the circumstances of her change because she would rather get some wolf training. Loretta agrees that they'll start that night.
Loretta explains being a wolf isn't like the movies. It's not like Teen Wolf. Yeah, it is. You change at will, not based on the moon. Great. First, you need to tap into your instincts. A place between wolf and human. Are we tapping?
Mm-hmm.
Good. And when you sink into the change. Sinking. Woo. Does it work? Oh. It doesn't work.
No.
Doesn't work for us. Doesn't work for Artie.
Damn it.
They try again and again and again and again, and they're both getting very frustrated and call it a night.
Getting ready for bed, Loretta spots a picture of Kelly on Artie's dresser. Artie takes the opportunity to ask for more information about him. Artie's dad was a photographer too, and Artie's equipment is all his. I love this flashback scene, by the way. It's really, really cute.
Yes.
They met when he was on a 2-week assignment in the Washington woods in Artie's mom's hometown of Pineville. The town had a strict 10 p.m. curfew for visitors, and of course, her dad disregarded that, which is when he saw the wolves out in the woods. He tried to back away, but when one changed into a human, Loretta, and tackled him before he could escape, the whole werewolf thing is outed. A few nervous flutters, promises to not say anything at all, and draws on his asthma inhaler later, Kelly calmed down about being in a town with 200 werewolves. Yikes. Loretta was assigned as his chaperone for his visit, and one thing led to another. Kelly's goofiness and zest for life broke down Loretta's small-town ennui and tough werewolf exterior.
Aww. I love the fact as well that she's taller than him and he quite likes that.
I know! It's so cute! She's like a whole head taller than he is. He's pocket-sized.
She's looking down, like, at this time, she does not like him. And she's looking down like, ugh, human. And he's looking up at her going, Amazon. In December, Artie and Loretta head to Willow Ridge, a werewolf town like Pineville started by an old friend, Mac, because Loretta needs help teaching Artie to be a wolf. Mac greets them and tells them Eve, his wife, and their kids are setting up for a full moon party that night. There's a lot of kids. With a loud, "Oh!" Mac calls his family and Artie meets Eve and Quentin, Nina, Anita, Mia and Terence. Artie is invited for a run, but she's nervous because she's not good at shifting, so they stay human. As she's running, her eyes glow red.
Give me a keg of beer.
Yes, they run into the woods for a kegger.
Every time. Every time her eyes turn red and nothing else happens, that's all I can think of. I'm sorry.
Oh.
They stop at a waterfall, and Maya asks if Artie can howl yet. Mac is going to teach her and his kids in case there's ever need to call for help. Loretta and Eve can hear Mac all the way back at the house as they're enjoying a drink and relaxing on the patio. It's so cute that Mac howls how beautiful his wife is. It's the cutest thing ever.
He's adorable.
And she's like, oh. Artie's howl is very impressive, like glass-shatteringly impressive, but now it's time to shift. Mac tries to talk Artie through the shift and her emotions when it happened the first time, but she doesn't want to think about the bullies breaking her father's camera. Mac tells her it's okay. She can just have fun, and Artie runs with the wolves as a human. How supportive is this family?
I just need to protect them all.
Yes. I love all of them.
I like, you know, when you just see like Terence with his attitude and his cocked hip, and you're like, okay, you're going to bring the sass, and the twins are going to bring the foot. You just, oh, honestly, love them all. Love them all.
So good.
Well, that night in Willow Ridge, they have a huge street party with food, vendors, music, face painting, and string lights absolutely everywhere. Artie is hanging out with Maya, and they've just gone past the soup made of lies and regrets, which is a wonderful description of this soup. When Artie stops by a spot, she spots like a really freaky mural. Before Maya can explain, Loretta gathers them for the fireworks display. Everyone starts a shift, but Maya, who wants to hang out with Artie. It's a little low in the nose when they start hanging around the tree upside down and stuff. I don't know, it's
they're
weird.
hanging out in a tree.
Really? But then you're like,
K-I-S-S-I-N-G? Not yet.
Yes! Yes! No, stop skipping ahead.
I know, I'm sorry. Spoilers!
Oh my god. So cute. They're just so cute.
Later in the night, Artie asks her mom about the freaky drawings she saw around town. Loretta explains they are drawings of vampires.
Oh, we like vampires.
At the dinner table, Mac unrolls a tapestry showing the story of the mother werewolf, a.k.a. the Wolf Mom. It's a good title, okay?
It is. Kind of denied. Okay, so the story of Wolf Mom.
Oh, I love this story.
A woman fled into the woods with her 3 children to escape their chains. They ran for days through storms and freezing temperatures. They nearly starved until a wolf approached with her cub. The woman saw herself in the wolf, a mother, so was not afraid. The wolf led the woman and her children to food and shelter from an incoming storm. The mother and her children bonded with the wolves, and the wolf gave the woman and her children the gift of transformation. After the storm, the clouds cleared to reveal the full moon, and they celebrated family both born and found at the full moon. And that's why they celebrate the full moon still. When Artie asks about vampires, she learns that they are born of death and only want destruction. They have no home but travel to feed off the vulnerable.
I love everything about this bit of the story. I love learning this lore. It's one of the coolest werewolf origin stories I've ever heard.
do you know
and
what?
It's in a middle grade graphic novel.
It is. And also, right, what it made me think of was the bastardization that Stephanie Meyer did in Twilight of like native lore. And how disrespectful it really was. Yeah. We love those books, but we understand.
We understand that they are, in fact, terrible.
Yes, we know this. But this feels like Olivia Stephens just respects, like, native lore and history and culture.
I would say,
even
though,
if it might not necessarily.
I would say that this is not native.
No, but you can see, like, with the art, it's the artistry that's used as well. Mm. Because at this point, when we get the story of Mummy Werewolf, the art style changes.
Oh, the art is so good.
Into that, it's more abstract, but it's almost cave painting stylized as well.
Yeah.
So that's why it makes me think it's like this ancient, it's from the land kind of lore history. It just feels like it could be, and if it was taken from some like a real place, respectful. Yes.
I imagine this being painted on like tunnel walls in like hidden portions of the Underground Railroad. We're helping slaves to escape, and like you pass through this weird tunnel and there's this crazy, freaky mural on the wall with people turning into wolves.
And they've translated onto the blankets that they give the people as they pass through as well. Because that's what it's on. It's not just on the tapestry or it's on blankets and things. So it's just, it's
such a cool story. And the lore is amazing.
So well done.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so much.
Beautiful to look at. The style is just gorgeous.
After the story of, I'm going to call her from now on the Wolf Mom, Loretta pulls out an old picture of her, Mac, Eve, and Kelly. Mac wasn't Kelly's biggest fan at first. He came to Pineville when a vampire was spotted in the woods, and he didn't understand why Kelly was there. Are you a vampire? No, he's not. He's not a vampire.
He's a Renfield.
Oh, ooh.
He's not. He's not.
Mac was also the first person to know Loretta and Kelly were secretly dating. Loretta started taking courses to become a park ranger so she could sneak out to see Kelly. Then, one day, 6 months after a boy in town went missing, he came back. It was during the full moon celebration, and as instructed, he smashed the power, sending everything into darkness. Not Kelly, the boy. The boy who disappeared. It wasn't Kelly.
Boy.
Don't think that it was Kelly. Kelly's a good guy.
No. Do you know why? Because Kelly was on a date with Loretta at the time. He was eating burgers. So they were away from all the chaos and everything that was happening in town when the vampires hit. So they're somewhere else.
Yeah.
But they didn't miss it entirely. The vampires attacked the children first. Assholes. And while some tried to keep the children safe, others went on the hunt for the vampires. When Loretta returned, she told Kelly to leave. It wasn't safe for a human. But he didn't, and he managed to punch a vampire attacking Mac in the face. Badass. During a fight, Loretta got hurt by a vampire whilst trying to save Kelly, and Loretta's family laid into Kelly for distracting Loretta.
How dare you try to save people?
Rude.
Loretta's family wanted them to break up, but they secretly wrote to each other and would meet in the city when Loretta had her classes. It was over a year before Kelly came back to Pineville, and in all that time, he tried to think of how he could make amends. Kelly came up with a security lighting system, complete with solar panels and remote control. It didn't go well, so Loretta ran away and married him that night. After the story, Mac apologizes for his part in trying to keep Loretta and Kelly apart, because he knows that Kelly was a good man. I love it because he's, like, openly crying.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
he's
so
hearing things he
sweet.
didn't know about.
Yeah.
It's gotta hurt. He's got to think as well, if he wasn't such a jerk about it and defended them, then what happens that we find out later on may never have happened.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, all right, we'll get to it. Right, so it's January. In the national park, Loretta is helping Artie with her howls. Aside from freaking out another ranger who calls in the wolf a sighting, it's going okay. One evening, Artie is putting together a photo collage when Loretta finds some undeveloped film Kelly took. Artie is going to try and develop them. It's a long shot. They're old.
I mean, yeah, how old is this film?
I found film in the garage that hasn't been developed, and I'm like, where do I send it to?
Yeah. At school, the bullies are at it again. But being an apex predator now, Artie is over their moronic efforts for attention. When one steals her math book, questioning the spells inside it.
I question the American education system now.
It's just as bad as you think it is. He runs straight into Mac, and then Artie's red eyes send the jerks running to pick up her keg of beer. Mac and his family are here for dinner, and they have a surprise. They got Kelly's camera fixed. It's a wonderful evening of good food and good company. In her room with Maya, Artie plays some of her dad's music. I just can't help but wonder what awesome 90s CDs they are listening to right now. And she talks about how she feels close to him through it and photography. Maya listens, and then Artie tells Maya she likes her. Maya also likes Artie, and they kiss.
I'm telling you right now, one of the CDs Kelly has, it's Boys to Men.
Oh, it is, and that's what they're listening to right now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so one evening, Artie heads back to school to develop some photos, while her mum heads to the grocery store. Artie has her music turned up so loud she doesn't actually hear a girl come in. There is a school board meeting. Her dad is on the board, so she's just, killing time in the literal dark of the art room. She introduces herself as Kat, and they look at pictures and chat. Kat has travelled a lot with her mom, all over the world, in fact. It does sound at this point really like bougie, the way she's like, I've been to the Alps and Mount Fuji and Kilimanjaro and here and here and here.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, pinch of salt there, love. Anyways, as Artie leaves, they exchange numbers, and Artie tells her mom on the drive home about her new friend.
Artie and Kat text back and forth, and Artie sneaks out to go meet her, and she meets Kat's friends. This continues into February, and it's wearing Artie down because it's always at night. Kat is not particularly nice in the texts, claiming Artie acts like a baby around her friends or always flakes. Eventually, Loretta confronts Artie because she's been falling asleep in school. Artie dismisses it as not a big deal, but Loretta wants to communicate. And we love her. Artie accuses her mom of being not so great at that, what with all the secrets, but she's trying to do better. They agree to drop things for now because Artie is burned out on all the wolf stuff. She is trying.
She's trying. An actual parent who wants to have a conversation in a YA book. Oh. Okay, so at Willow Ridge, Artie gets confrontational with Maya. They've not really seen much of each other lately, and Maya points out Artie's been acting differently, including not wearing her camera, because Artie says it's dorky looking. Like, that's not her words. They walk to a clearing where Maya explains vampires are buried, wrapped in silver chains. They do this because when a vampire is killed, all their past victims rise from the grave.
More great lore.
Insane. When Artie stands on the ground, she says it feels like it's moving, and then a shriek pierces through the ground. Yeah, they run back to the house.
Get
GTFO.
out of there.
Wow, that's terrifying.
Yeah, oh, there's vampires underneath us.
No! These plants are growing so well. What's your secret? Silver-chained vampires.
Oh.
Please check the Pemberley, Oklahoma YouTube video for your gardening advice on vampires as a fertilizer. Sorry, Annie.
That was very good.
Annie hasn't done that, but still check out the YouTube channel.
You know, she might need to give it a try.
You never know. It might be really good for the roses.
Maya's Aunt Valerie has come to visit from the city for the twins' 18th birthday. Valerie is described as bougie because she likes living in the city and embracing her human side. As they're celebrating, a text from Kat comes in, but Artie ignores it. After the adults have gone to bed, the youths are awake and wired on sugar. The twins' birthday present, a truck, is sitting all pretty and lonely in the driveway. They pile in and speed off to the city.
They stop for burgers, and while everyone is inside, Artie is alone outside by the door texting. A boy comes over, one of Kat's friends, that recognises Artie from a show she snuck out to see with Kat. The boy's eyes then go weird, and his nails grow long and sharp, but as he reaches for Artie, a cup of fries hits him in the head. Maya pulls Artie away, screaming, "He's a vampire!" As the vampire tries to attack again, Artie kicks him. He's a persistent little bugger, to say the least, but the werewolves pile into the truck and speed off home.
Mac is understandably not happy. Loretta is, understandably, terrified. She'll lose her daughter, like she lost Kelly. Mac reassures her they are safe in Willow Ridge, but Loretta drags Artie home and starts packing. They're moving, goodness knows where, but they're moving now. Artie doesn't want to go, and she doesn't want to abandon her family. This breaks Loretta. On Artie's phone, Kat has been texting. Again, being a jerk to Artie, but this time Artie tells her she can't anymore and ends it.
So proud, so proud. Well done. The next morning, Loretta is still unsure if they're leaving or not. Wolves are born protectors, but that also makes them a target for vampires. Loretta tells Artie about the first couple of years with Kelly, how they had tried to disappear, doing nature photography and wedding photos to pay the bills, until one day Loretta couldn't shift. She was pregnant. So
I love her panel
Oklahoma
of vomiting with her werewolf teeth out. I love the panel. She's vomiting. She has just vomited, and she has giant, massive werewolf teeth, and it's fantastic.
It's amazing, and I just kept thinking,
imagine trying to vomit.
You need a toothbrush. You need a toothbrush for that more. Oh, bless her. Bless her.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. So they're going to settle down, and they're going to settle down in Oklahoma. Kelly fortifies the house
where Annie is.
Creative ways.
With Pemberley.
Yes. Yes. And the vampires under the ground fertilizing.
Yes.
It's law now.
It is. Sorry, Annie. Sorry.
Gonna have to get some vampires chained up there.
Sorry.
Right, let's get this out. So Kelly's fortifying the house in very creative ways. It's like an electricity or light net at one point. It's very cool. Vampires don't have any real scent, so it's difficult to sense them, but Loretta felt something, and her dreams became warnings. When she woke in the middle of the night, they looked outside to see vampires knocking down the electricity pole. With a couple of hours of power with the generator, they packed to leave. They were in the car when the vampires broke in. They zoomed off, but the vampires grabbed Kelly, who was driving, and dragged him out of the car. Kelly tried to fight them off and shouted for Loretta to keep driving. The vampires tried to chase down the car, but Kelly threw himself at them. The last Loretta saw was Kelly standing between the car and the vampires, and a barbed wire bat raised. It's an amazing panel that is badass, but also really sad.
So sad. Loretta drove all the way back to her family. She delivered Artie just inside the gates of Pineville, her family hearing screams of heartache and pain of labor. Loretta took time to recover physically, but she knew she no longer wanted any part of the werewolves or vampires. That's when she got their home, her job, and started their new life. This part made me very angry. Artie's instant takeaway from this heart-wrenching story is that her dad could still be alive and that she won't give up on him like her mom did. So
Rage
mad.
at Artie. I know she's only a kid. I know she's only a middle grade kid. But that is such the wrong take. And
especially because, I mean, it's sad, but she never even knew him. So she has this, I mean, I don't want to say like a false connection with him because she doesn't know him at all. And her mom definitely does. And her mom is definitely sad about it all the time. But like, your mom has been taking care of you and doing so much stuff for you, and you just immediately throw this back in her face. Not fair. Not fair, Artie.
No, it's not. It's not. I can say this with some level of authority, based on my own circumstances. Artie's bond is with an idealised version of the father she's created in her head from snippets she's been able to take from Loretta and boxes of her dad's things in the garage.
Yeah.
Because we already have established Loretta never really talks about him.
Yeah. So she's like... I mean, Kelly is a very good guy from what we've seen in flashbacks. Like, he's an amazing... He would have been an amazing dad, but like, that's not fair.
No.
It's not fair to Loretta.
No, it's really harsh. It's like she didn't listen to the fact that vampires are so freaking dangerous, and if they've got you, they're not going to let you live.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in April, at the end of the school day, Artie heads to the darkroom to finally try and develop the pictures from her dad's last couple of rolls of film, while her mom heads to a meeting with the teachers. The principal, I hate this principal, wants to talk about Artie behind her back. Sorry. She wants to talk to Loretta as adults. Still condescending, whatever way you put it. So Artie heads to the darkroom to work on the film. Loretta has been told Artie is disengaged, falling asleep, and hostile towards other students, though nothing has been said about the obvious bullying, I will point out. Loretta defends Artie, good. She's changing and learning and figuring out things just like all the other students are, because they're all middle grade students. The hormones, the hair, the smell, it's messy. It's messy. Disrespectfully... and I have to calm myself down with this bit, the principal asks about a father figure, inverted commas, or, in inverted commas, a positive male role model. But Loretta shuts that bullshit down. Artie has a whole goddamn family who cares about her, so shut up, principal. Sorry, I'm raging at this. I have history. Speaking of family... Mac and his family are coming to visit because they don't like how things were left between them and they want to check on Loretta and Artie. Meanwhile, Artie has one of the pictures developed. It's of her mom and she's pregnant with her and they're sitting in a restaurant. It's really cute. Behind her, though, is a cat. No, not really. Can't work that one already.
Another. Coincidentally, Cat, right this moment, is right behind Artie.
Oh, snap.
Loretta senses something is wrong with Artie and tries to leave the meeting, but the principal needs to go over test scores. Like, at this point, I almost feel like the principal is in on it.
At this point, Loretta needs to make a wolf hand and just slap a bitch.
She needs to slam her wolf hands down on the principal's desk, and her eyes flare red, and she demands a keg of beer, and then she needs to go and save her daughter.
Yes. I'm going to save my daughter while you get me a keg of beer.
Yeah.
Up and
Cat hasn't attacked. She claims her coven has changed. There was a lot of infighting, which Cat didn't want to be part of. Lots of vampires died, so that meant lots of new vampires were created. It was a vicious cycle that she wanted no part of. So, Cat sat back with the others who wanted change. She and the others learned to resist the bloodlust and stop hunting, and made attempts to rectify what they had done. Cat says that recently the one who killed Artie's dad was caught up in the violence and died. So now Kelly has come back as a vampire. He ran off, terrified of what he was. Cat meant to keep an eye on Artie while the others of her coven found Kelly and helped him. Well, they did! And he's here! Surprise!
Yay! While Artie and Cat run off, Loretta is still in the meeting. No keg has appeared.
Damn it.
But can feel something is off. The lack of keg. And, yeah, something about her daughter. Macca's family have reached Loretta and Artie's house, but no one is there. It's because they're busy. Cat has taken Artie to a creepy-looking rundown mansion in the woods.
Nope.
Great. Great sign.
Nope.
Her whole coven is there. Yay! But guess who isn't? Kelly! Because Artie is, unfortunately, extremely naive, and Cat is a lying liar who lies. Cat killed Kelly, and once he was dead, her coven gave up on chasing her mom for easier food. Cat had been out hunting when she heard Artie's howl. It sounded a bit wrong, young and a tiny bit human, so she went to investigate her hunch, and it paid off, and Cat got to play with her food for a bit. Artie isn't going to let the vampires eat her, and she puts up an excellent fight. It's actually really rather embarrassing for the ancient coven of vampires, as Artie manages to kick butt and make an escape before one actually does grab her. Artie's pleased to herself to shift. Go unanswered, though.
Oh, this really would have been the time. This would have been a great time to be able to shift on demand.
It's a, oh, gee, dang it, moment when it doesn't happen.
Unfortunately, Artie is bound and gagged and has to suffer Cat bad guy monologuing and taunting her. Ugh. However, like her first shift, rage helps the wolf come out, and Artie goes full Teen Wolf. She's wearing the basketball uniform. The hair is covering a lot of it. Yeah. She's got the socks that go up really high.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
She's got a cute little snoot.
Yeah. I refuse to speak on the TV series Teen Wolf because I haven't seen it. So everything here is just Michael J. Fox Teen Wolf. And I'm not sorry about it.
I have seen some of it. Let us only talk about Michael J. Fox.
Okay. So she rips from her bonds, swipes at Cat, and howls to her family. The wolf instinct kicks in with Loretta, Mac, and his family, and even Aunt Valerie in the city, chilling with her werewolf friends. Soon, wolves descend on the vampires, but Kat has already sunk her teeth into Artie's throat. Then, Wolf Mom Loretta appears, and she is terrifying.
She really is. Everyone, werewolf and vampire, stops to see Loretta half changed. Very Teen Wolf, but mom edition. Loretta recognizes the vampire.
She's the dad in the mirror, like brushing his hair.
Yes! Yes! Oh my god. Yes. Oh, that's an image I can't get out of my head now. Anyway. Loretta recognises the vampires, the ones who murdered her husband. She even says she can still smell Kelly on them.
Oh, that's rough.
Loretta would rip Kat's throat out, but Mac stops her. Kelly wouldn't want to come back as a vampire. Eve and Valerie wrap Kat in silver chains to bury her, while Mac, Maya and Terence take Artie away for medical attention.
Artie wakes in a huge bed, her mom at her side. There's lots of tears and apologies from both of them. Everyone comes bustling in like that scene from Lord of the Rings. Happy Artie is awake. Is there a Bilbo jump scare scene?
No, but there's certainly a Bilbo running away for adventure scene.
Okay.
In June, Artie and Loretta are all packed up. The moving boxes attached to their car and a sold sign swinging on the front lawn. They're moving to Willow Ridge. Mac and his family are the first to greet their new neighbours with a houseplant and food. Now Artie has her friends and fellow wolves to run with, which she does right now, and shifts with absolutely no problems.
The next full moon celebration is great. The music is loud, the dancing runs the gamut between fun and cringe. And the food is good. It is not made of lies. From the other end of the long table, Loretta keeps looking at Artie weirdly, but she's just expressing wolf mom pride. It's weird, just go with it. It's fine. Loretta apologizes to Mac and Eve for not trusting them sooner, believing she was better off without family, but that was just her fear driving her. As Eve toasts family, the vampires, tied up under the ground, screech and writhe against their bonds. Speaking of family, Loretta's mom and family from Pineville have come for a visit. Meanwhile, Artie and Maya have snuck off for some alone time. Artie is taking pictures of the full moon at last. And Maya, because she's cute. All through the night, the howls of happy wolves can be heard. Ow!
Oh.
Insert Pemberley, Oklahoma right here.
Yes.
Because if we don't...
Yes.
We're going to be confusing a lot of people.
Yes. Yes, that is the only promo that can go in this spot.
Hi, my name is Annie. I love gardening and all things Jane Austen. Join me as I attempt to turn my 10 acres in rural Oklahoma into an English garden suitable for a Jane Austen heroine. Find me on YouTube and Instagram at Pemberley, Oklahoma.
Oh, I really enjoyed this. I know the graphic novels we tend to cover are cute. I can't remember the quote that was perfection. That was it's either cute or murder.
Yes.
For the background information.
But yes.
But yes, it's that. And this isn't our typical cutie, similar to Squad last week.
Yes.
But it's so worth reading.
Yes. So good.
Yeah. The lore behind it, the werewolves and the vampires, chef's kiss. Mwah. Loved it.
That was my favorite. That was my favorite part. It's something that I haven't heard before. So that was fun and new and very interesting.
And really creepy, actually.
Yeah.
It's dark.
Yeah.
It's dark.
Yeah.
I do have a question though, and
what?
I'm going to link it to my surprise if that's okay.
Okay.
Okay, so question 1. No, I'll go for question 1's going to be an easier one. So you know how Valerie's bougie and she like has her hair dyed and her nails done and everything, and she's the only one that seems to have, you know, that kind of like self-care routine. When she turns into a wolf, do you think she's still got the nails on her paws? And does she have the highlights all over or just on her head? What's your thoughts on that?
I'm gonna say that she probably has her own real nails and they're not fake nails. So yes, the cute fingernail paint job would remain in wolf form. And so she always has her hands and her toes. She gets nice manicures and pedicures, and the toes match.
Yes.
And I will say that they stay painted and looking nice when she shifts into wolf form.
The amount she spends on mani-pedis, they better stay shifted and nice.
For sure. And I think probably her highlights just stick on her wolf head.
Okay,
you know, they'll fade out nicely into the rest of her pelt. Coat. It's a better word.
Yes.
But no, I think it's just on her head.
Cool, thank you. I was wondering what your thoughts were on that.
Sure.
So that's the less serious one.
Okay.
The second point actually does link more into my surprise. And it's the fact, as part of the law, killing vampires will bring back all their victims. Mm-hmm. So, ... It sounds zombie-ish to me. Like, how do they come back? And as they died? So, it's like... So, Kelly... So, how old is Artie? She's middle grade?
Like 13.
So was that like 13, 14?
Yeah.
So, Kelly's been dead for 13/14 years.
Yeah.
As an example. So, if Kat was killed, Kelly would be one of the people that came back. As established in the story when Max says, don't think of Kelly, he doesn't want to come back as a vampire. Mm-hmm. So if Kelly was to come back, would he not be, like, mostly decomposed? Or is there something in the vampire, like, bite as you're being drained, like an enzyme, that will stop the decomposition? And what if you've been cremated? I mean, are you just like magically come back? I've just got questions.
I would say,
and I'm sorry if I'm reading too much into this.
I think that you are.
It feels, I know, but it also feels fundamental that I understand the law behind these vampires coming back. Because if they're made of death, love that, BTW, love that. But all, quote, their victims come back. If you're a 100-year-old vampire, you've got a bit of a body count going on there.
The way I read it is that, like, they will keep their kills. I don't think they're just indiscriminately running around just biting people and, like, letting them die all over the place. I feel like they would purposefully try to, like, backstock them. So if they were to die, there would be more to replace them when they die.
So you're telling me there's a warehouse,
an
Indiana Jones style warehouse somewhere, with all the victims ready to
with
go.
Corpses. Yeah. But I don't think if they had bitten you and whatever, and then you died, but you were somehow with your family when you died, and they cremated you, I think that would be like cutting off their head to assure that they don't come back. 'Cause that wouldn't make any sense. We know in lots of vampire lore that, like, the only way to actually get rid of them is to burn them. So
yeah, I suppose
I'm
that
going to
makes
say,
sense.
if that were the case, they would not come back as a vampire. But I also think that probably it's similar to a Twilight sort of situation here with the venom restoring the body. So I'm gonna guess that maybe biting them freezes them in their current, like, how they currently are. And then when the vampire maker dies, that sets off their reanimation. So that's my lore in my head that I have made up.
It's kind of like
they are preserved. It's a pickling.
Yeah,
it's a pickling venom.
It's a warehouse of pickled corpses.
Yes.
That's
exactly.
amazing. So that kind of thing, that's kind of what I was thinking.
The warehouse of pickled corpses?
A warehouse of pickled corpses, exactly.
For sure.
And I really fancy some pickles now.
I know.
Anyways, what I was thinking was, we've established that werewolves are born, not made, and vampires come from death. So you can't just make a vampire by biting them and draining them and sharing blood or whatever. That law is out the window in this situation. So my thoughts were, and it kind of reminded me of the way that like a life cycle of a giant octopus, where the mother will look after the eggs until they hatch, to the point where like they'll die because they won't feed themselves. But just go with it here. So you are the vampire and you're biting and draining these people, and you don't need to do it every night, you know, once a month, once every few months. You don't need to do it all the time. You keep those corpses because the enzyme that from your bite, for the length of your bite, is getting into the corpse and preserving them. We've got our pickled corpses.
Pickling them, yes, pickling the corpses.
Exactly. And when you die, your death is what creates your quote-unquote children.
Yeah, it pops the jar lid.
Yes, of the pickles.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 And that's how you get the vampires.
Yes.
So there's a preservation. However, I think if your pickled corpse was found before it could go to the warehouse jar, and your family buried you, that's one thing. You're there, and that's where the zombie mythology can come from. Or if you're cremated, then you're just dead.
Yeah.
You're not coming back.
Yeah.
Okay. It's straight in my head now. I'm with it. I like it.
Yeah. It was the pickling that straightened it out.
It's
though. Yes.
Yeah.
The pickled corpses in the warehouse.
I just need to think, is there an enzyme like Twilight? Because we always bring everything back to freaking Twilight.
Yeah, we do.
And I just needed to know that you were on the same wavelength. Otherwise, I've got questions about zombies and cremation. And is it just that they go poof, they're there? Because that doesn't make any sense to me otherwise. Okay, I'm liking it. Thank you.
I think that our love of vampires, all vampires all the time, may have tainted the storytelling in this one just a little bit, because we're not as focused on the amazing werewolf lore, and we're trying to figure out the vampires, but we should not care about the vampires as much in this one. We should not be thinking as much about the vampires in this one. We should be focused on the wolf story.
No, and I agree, but I do think that we had a taste of the vampire lore, and because the perspective is from the werewolves, we're trying to fill in some of the holes.
Yes, and we fill in the holes with pickles.
With pickles. Yes.
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 Okay. And we did express our love for the werewolf lore during the summary.
So good.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Probably my favorite werewolf origin story.
Yeah, it's definitely a standout. Definitely. We keep reading books as well where the werewolves are better than the vampires because the vampires are jerks.
Yeah.
Well, vampires all the time, man.
I know.
I would say we've got a conflict of interest, but we can cite our sources where we read things where vampires are jerks and the werewolves are the best, good nice guys.
Yeah. It's not our fault that we are drawn to the vampires.
Exactly.
Anyway, back to this book. Can I just say that I hate bullies, and 100%. I love Artie's first shift.
Yes.
And she stares at them, and she says, "Give me a keg of beer," and they're scared because they're teenagers. They're young teenagers, and they don't know how to get a keg of beer, and that's why they're scared, and that's why they run. And then she turns into a werewolf in her backyard and is just prancing around in circles. Like, how cute is that?
And her tongue is lolling out and her tail's wagging because she's such a happy doggo at that time.
Yeah, she's adorable. And
the
also,
ret's like, get in the house.
I love that they're able to have a conversation. And she's like, barking at her mom, and her mom is responding, and the neighbor is just standing out there with his bag of garbage, like...
Being nosy.
What?
Keep your nose out of what's going on in the neighbour's garden. It's none of your business.
Did you get a dog? Like, obviously, I got a dog. There's a dog right here. I'm just saying.
I probably would have turned around and said, no, I'm dog sitting for a friend. Just, it will cover the fact that the dog's not always there.
Yeah, the dog is only there for a brief period. Yeah,
I've
that's
got a friend
response.
who dog sits very regularly. Like she'll do dog sitting for a day or two. While somebody has to go in the office, the dog gets dropped off, and she's got them for the day. So she works from home, so she's got some company. Or she might look after them for a week while they go away on holiday. So it makes sense to say dog sitting because it's not a permanent arrangement.
Yeah, I like that. That would have been a better story to tell the nosy neighbor. Or
in
just
fairness to Loretta,
just flash your eyes red.
And then you would have had a keg of beer.
Because the adult neighbor would have been able to get you one.
Yeah, he's got ID. He's got time.
Yeah.
Everybody in this book pretty much sucked if they weren't a werewolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the bullies, human bullies, sucked. The principal sucked. Do you know... I could see it coming when the principal was going to ask about the father figure / male role model. As a person raised by a single mom, not my choice as well. My mum did not choose for my father to pass away. Given the option, same as Loretta, her husband would be alive.
Yeah.
And for somebody to say that is so disrespectful.
Yeah.
Because what's that got to do with anything? It's got nothing. It doesn't. A single parent, father or mother, can raise a child perfectly well by themselves. They don't have to have another role model. 2 moms can raise a child. 2 dads can raise a child. You don't have to have 2 people of different gender identities to raise a child successfully.
Yeah.
And it's one of the things that just will make me rage. And I feel like I'm not raging too much. I'm trying to keep it calm.
Yeah.
But it makes me see red and it gets me very upset. I'm happy it was in, but I'm happy that Loretta shut it down as well.
Yeah. Also, I feel like principal. Bringing that up, the principal's horrible, and the fact that they brought it up, I feel like when that instance happens, it's because the kid, and normally in this situation it would be a male child, is acting out and fighting and punching people and being angry all the time. But Artie's just fallen asleep in class and, like, snapping at people, probably because she's constantly being bullied. Like, it doesn't make sense to me that...
It doesn't.
The principal... Like, that's not a good principal.
No.
None of this is good.
The principal is essentially saying to Loretta, you are not an authority figure in that household. You cannot control your child. You are not disciplining your child. You are not doing a good job. You need a man to do that. And the same could be turned around if it was the other way as well, to any single parent. And to that I say, fuck you. And
this is really what leads me to believe that the principal is working with the vampires. You're just trying to keep her there.
It felt like
because there is no reasonable principal who would say that. And I hate it. So I am going to make them working for the vampires.
Well, I mean, I know Kat's a lying liar that lies.
Right.
But do you think she might, like, you know, she's saying, oh, my parents on the school board. Yeah, because they're the bloody principal.
I could see that. I'd be okay with that.
Or the principal's a Renfield.
Yeah, I feel like that's more
little
likely.
Human,
yeah,
who will never be a vampire because they're stupid.
Yeah, I feel like that's more likely. But
go and eat bugs.
Yeah. What do you say? Get in the sea. Just get in the sea.
Get in the sea. Get in the sea. Oh,
I feel like I had another idea just then, and I did have an idea just then. I have a question for you.
Ooh!
We say in the book that, like, Kelly would not want to come back as a vampire, but are we sure about that?
Oh, if it meant being with his family?
Yeah.
And
are
he
we
could
sure
control
about
the
that?
bloodlust?
I think he could do it.
For family. It's about family.
And then he gets into a car and they have a drag race because it's about family.
To go and get a keg because Loretta flashed her eyes red.
Yes. I think he could handle it.
I'm going to say this is a two-part answer, and it's a yes and a no. Yes, he could handle it. He could come back. He could control his bloodlust. He would do it for his family. The guy is a goofy, dorky, adorable cinnamon roll.
Mm-hmm.
If he were a werewolf, he would be a Labrador, but he's a vampire. So yes, he could.
Mm-hmm.
However, the answer is actually no. Because he knows the damage that vampires have done to Loretta and her werewolf culture and society. Mm-hmm. And he does not want to be a vampire, even if he's a nice vampire who can control himself. But if something was to happen that he couldn't control and he would go on a bloodlust bender and not get the keg, he would get the bloodlust bender and hurt Loretta and Artie. He doesn't want to be the thing that scares Loretta and Artie. So yes, he could do it, but his ultimate answer would be no. That's my thoughts.
I don't know. I think that he would do it. And yes, that there would be troubles with him being in amongst the werewolves, since they already had, before they even got married, they already didn't want him around. They already didn't like him because he wasn't a werewolf. I feel like he would do everything in his power to control himself. He would obviously become a vegetarian vampire.
Yes, he would have golden eyes, not red eyes.
Obviously.
He'd live in a house with lots of mortarboards on the wall.
He would, for sure.
Make Italian.
He would. I think that he would ultimately help the werewolves take the rest of the vampires down. Because he's the inside guy.
And as long as he's a vegetarian, well, could you be? Oh, I feel like we need to see if we can get Olivia Stephens to answer these questions.
We need a book 2 as well. So we need to convince her
a book 2
to do that.
Yes.
Yeah. But we have a lot of questions.
We do.
Is there anything else we need to discuss? Did we talk about favorite characters? Because my favorite character is Mac.
Yes.
Mac is my
his
favorite.
Whole family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also really liked Kelly before Kelly died.
Yes. Oh, R.I.P. Kelly, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. But I like
Doggo
all of
Artie.
them.
Yeah.
They're all good characters, except for the bullies.
If you're a werewolf or Kelly, yes.
Yes.
Humans, you suck.
Yeah, humans suck.
We know this. We knew this already.
Yeah.
Humans suck.
Also, unfortunately, and I'm sorry I'm going to say this, vampires suck.
Oh, I mean, it's a pun as well, so...
Yeah.
That's both good and bad.
I know, I'm sorry.
Don't apologise for a pun. Never apologise for the pun.
I apologized for a pun last time, too.
Stop it. Stop it.
I know.
God, my Britishness is rubbing off on you with all the apologies.
No.
Next
I
thing
need to get in a queue.
And talking about the weather.
I need to get in a queue.
I'm going to make tea with a kettle. Oh, look, it's Friday. I need fish and chips.
I need to go on holiday. I must go on a holiday. I'm sorry. No, damn it! Move over to favorite final thought quote. Get it done.
So I'm looking in a mirror. Okay. I'm going to give you 3. There was a few, but I'm going to just give you 3.
Okay.
Oh, this one was so funny. You're very small and very scary.
Yes.
Oh, okay. This isn't the interaction with the bullies, but it was the sassiness of Artie. Are you an alien? No. Are you a witch? Ha ha. No. What's in your notebook? Spells. Math. Idiots. Honestly.
Math? Do you not know what math is? How stupid are you?
I mean, math is witchcrafty. Some of it just makes no sense.
Ugh.
Okay. And lastly, after the year I've just had, nothing's holding me back.
Fantastic.
What do you got?
Okay. This is my favorite one. Why were you a wolf? Just because the way it's punctuated. So good. Okay, I also liked... Mom will definitely know what to do when you're about to get murdered by a wolf. Mom will know. Because she is a wolf mom. She will for sure know what to do. And finally, but when we stay together, we can overcome any enemy, even vampires. Our bonds are stronger than their bloodlust.
Oh.
How good is that?
So good. So good.
I also, sorry, I'm going to add another one.
She's dipping into more. She's dipping into more.
I really liked the discussion of the mom being an apex predator. And then Artie, goes off on this whole tangent of, we watched a documentary about it in Earth Science. Do you have wolf powers? I'm guessing there are wolf powers, right? And then her mom's like, Artemis. Wolves are not the scariest things out there. But I just really appreciate, she said, you have wolf powers. Do you have wolf powers? I mean, there are wolf powers.
She's not talking about being scary. She's talking about being cool.
She's talking about having wolf powers. Anyway, that's it. That's enough.
Ow, 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 ow.
Ow, ow.
Pew, pew, pew.
Ow, ow.
So
Sorry.
We asked, would you rather face off against a pack of werewolves or an ancient coven of vampires? I am going to be honest and be a little surprised by the results.
Yes.
So on Facebook, 75% said the ancient coven of werewolves. Mm-hmm. The book club...
No, they said vampires.
Vampires. 75% on Facebook said vampires. The book club was 80% said vampires. And Instagram was 100% vampires.
Look, it's our fault.
I feel like there's secrets about vampires that they know and we do not.
I think it's our fault. And the very first comment that we have just tells you that even more. Because Drew said all vampires all the time. So I think we've tainted them.
Yeah. Except Bree said, give me the doggos. I will come at them with an army of sticks and tennis balls, meat and treats, and milk bones. I shall ascend and become the queen. Oh.
Constance said, because after the episode 400, we have put it back in her head.
She didn't say nothing. She sung it.
She did. And I'm only going to sing...
I'm going to start insisting on voicemails from her now. If she's going to start... If you're going to start... Constance, this is to you, love, okay? If you're going to start doing this tomfoolery of using music lyrics, I will not accept them if they're written down. You need to give us a voice snippet so Amanda can insert it in, because you need to sing it to us. I don't know half these tunes. My music knowledge is rubbish.
I am only going to do the first line because that's the most important line. The rest of this doesn't have anything to do with it. But it's, the world is a vampire.
God, he's so bold. Not you. Mashing Pumpkins.
Yes. Yeah.
I know that one.
Yeah, that's enough. But I do like the idea of Constance recording her clips and editing them. I would do that extra bit of editing work if, Constance, you will send us your voice clips.
Looking at you directly in the eyes as we say this. In fact, it's a challenge.
Hit her challenge with another challenge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Settle in, folks. Colin's left a comment. Now you see, this question is more about which mild annoyance do you want while you're hooked to death by a supernatural being, because, let's face it, the children of the night and the bad doggos are just horny gangs of, admittedly ancient in some cases, teenagers. The only difference between them really is one gives you fleas and one likes a little nibble on your neck while you make with the under the clothes stuff. Werewolves can be distracted by a ball. Vampires can be distracted by a sense of ennui and longing that can no longer be cured throughout their cursed existence. Both are notoriously hard to kill, but chopping bits off them, including but not limited to the head, seems to work well for either side of the argument. Overall, I think I'd prefer to go up against the vamps. I'd let them start talking, and then, before I fall asleep from boredom, open the curtains. Piff puff poof, sunlight, clean and care for your clothes, job done. Story in there.
Yes. Uh-oh. We have another tainted quote.
Oh.
Annie says, Amanda and Claire have taught me to always pick the vampires. #Vampire Book Club.
#Vampire Fertilizer.
Yes.
Glim Glam Jen says, a pack of werewolves, obviously. My handsome boyfriend, actual werewolf Jacob Black, will become their leader and I shall be their queen. Together we will rule the night. Then Glim Glam Jen and Bree, as werewolf queens need to fight off, like battle each other for supremacy. But then they just realise, actually, should just go to the library and read some books.
Yes.
So then they snuggle in with kitty cats and a good book.
Yes.
And start a book club.
Yes. And bunnies. There are bunnies there as well.
And bunnies.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, that's dangerous. The kittens and the bunnies are dangerous because the werewolves and they might get hungry.
It's fine. Finally,
a lot of law here.
Trina Reeds says, I don't think I would win against either, so I'm going to say vampires since that death sounds less painful. Plus, I spend a lot of time at home, so I just wouldn't invite them in. Crisis averted.
I like the logic.
Smart.
I don't think it works in this book, unfortunately, because there's different law. But I like it.
Yeah. Since you and I have read the book, what's your answer?
I'm thinking about this.
I know.
If I go against the werewolves, I'm a dog chew, really. Yeah. A delicious dog chew, but I'm a dog chew. If I go against the vampires, I then enter the warehouse, the jar warehouse of pickled corpses.
Yes.
And then, when my murderer dies, I then become a vampire.
Right.
For I am born of death. And that sounds hella metal.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I want to be born... If you want to be born of something, we want to be born of death.
Right.
And then I shall ascend to be the vampire queen. Since we're talking queens.
Okay. So you're going to face off against the vampires? So you will become one? That's the answer to the question?
Because if you die at the hands of the vampire, you come back upon the maker's death.
As a pickle.
From pickled death to fully fledged vampire queen.
Yes, okay.
All vampires, all the time.
Yes.
Read the t-shirt.
I think... that I am going to fight the werewolves because I'm already a vampire. I have already been pickled and reanimated. I'm already a vampire, so I have to fight the werewolves.
Oh. That's interesting. It's cool. I like it.
That's it.
End of sentence.
Yeah.
Next, would you rather?
End. Next question. Would you rather have a karaoke birthday party with your family or a werewolf street party with your family?
I used to own a karaoke machine. It's not happening again. Let's have that street party. I want good food, good music, good crowds, good dancing, good lights. I want soup that tastes of lies and regrets.
Yes. I want to go to the street party as well. I like, can we just bring the karaoke machine outside?
There can be a karaoke section as long as it's over there and I don't have to sing on it.
Yeah. It is very painfully embarrassing and secondhand embarrassment to watch karaoke. So I do not prefer karaoke. But I'm
not going to yuck on somebody else's yum and not have karaoke.
And I do like singing along to songs.
Yes.
Badly.
But not with a microphone
loudly
in my face.
So I'll just sing along in the background.
Do you know?
No.
We'll have the karaoke machine.
But I'm definitely going to a street party.
But we're going to have the karaoke machine so Constance can sing all of her Would You Rather responses and record it.
Yes.
But it's going to be off the side and not the main part of the party.
Well, and also we need to be surprised by her responses, so we can't hear it.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
We'll go and jump up and down on the vampire wobbly ground.
Yes.
Just to really annoy them.
Sure, yeah.
You're right down there! Do you want anything? Well, tough, 'cause you suck! Literally! Ah!
And the pickle jars just clang together.
I hope you recycle the pickle jars when they're empty. Would you like some condiments with your pickles?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm sorry. Oh, it's been a day. Carry on. Would you rather keep yourself safe by always being on the run and moving from place to place, or by fortifying your house?
I'm going to fortify my house.
Heck yeah.
And it's going to be scary.
Yes. I'm having a moat.
Yes. There will be a moat. There will be the, automatic metal shades that come down and slam into place, and it makes that really cool, loud, echoey sound.
I'm going to have a drawbridge and spikes that come out of the ground.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. And
do you know how heavy books are? I'm not lugging them place to place.
No, it's so hard to move with books. I do not love it.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to fortify my house. Would you rather get even with the bullies or the vampires?
I put it to you, Amanda, that the bullies are bait for the vampires.
Oh, so you take them both out at the same time?
Mm-hmm. Oh no! The bullies got bitten by vampires, and now they're dead. We'll have to tie them up with silver chains and put them in the pickle jar.
Oh no! How dreadful.
So sad.
Yeah.
To you.
Wee.
Wee.
Yeah, I like that idea.
You're going to help me tie them up and throw them in the pickle jar.
Yeah, I think I like that idea. The bullies just need to get it.
And
bad.
Then you can just hit them with your math book. Yeah. Algebra!
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you rather trap vampires underground in chains and still alive, so have them in the pickle jar, or kill them, potentially bringing back the victims from the dead? So what's your disposal method?
I hate this answer because it's tainted. Again, tainting everything, tainting it. I am going to pickle the vampires and keep them in a warehouse. I'm not going to kill them and potentially bring back their pickled victims, the other shelf, from the dead.
I am with you. You know, Pemberley, Oklahoma needs its fertilizer.
Yeah, we gotta help.
And how cool was that panel when you saw at the end all the vampires tied up in the underground areas, screaming.
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't be jerks.
Yeah. Don't be a garbage person.
Math.
You wouldn't be in this situation.
Exactly. Don't be a garbage person and learn math.
Okay, if you liked this, try this. What are you going to suggest?
I just freaking love what we learn from these books.
Me too.
And the authors would never suspect that's the message that we're getting.
I know. I've said it before that sometimes I feel bad at the end of our episodes because, like, we're just completely... Is ridiculoufying a word? Because it is now. We're making their books so ridiculous, but they're really good.
We're not doing it because we didn't enjoy the book. We're having fun.
Yes, we love it so much that we're building upon their worlds.
We're not saying it's canonical. It should be canonical, but we're not saying it's canonical. But I'm sorry, a jar warehouse of pickled corpses should be canonical.
Yes, it should.
All of these comments are positive, and we should fulfill our ambitions of being on a spreadsheet.
Yes.
Through pickled corpses.
Yes.
Anywho, you asked me for a recommendation. I'm going to give you a recommendation.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you a not very tenuous link recommendation, but it is more of an adult book than it is a YA.
Okay.
And I've probably recommended this before, but, you know, it's been a while. And it's Bitten by Kelly Armstrong, which is book 1 of the Women of the Other World series. Love this series. Love it. The TV show based on this book is trash. But it's kind of fun trash. It doesn't resemble the books at all. It's very Suki Stackhouse, True Blood coded, in the fact that it bears very little resemblance to from the source material, and it's very graphically gory, but you have fun with the stupidity of it.
Okay.
The books are fantastic, though. Okay, so the summary. Elena Michaels is the world's only female werewolf, and she's tired of it. Tired of a life spent hiding and protecting, a life where most of her job is hunting down rogue werewolves. Tired of a world that not only accepts the worst in her temper and her violence, but requires it. Worst of all, she realises she's growing content with that life and not being that person. So she left the pack and returned to Toronto, where she's trying to live as a human. When the pack leader calls asking for help fighting a sudden uprising, she only agrees because she owes him. Once this is over, she'll be all squared with the pack and free to live as a human, which is what she wants, really, honestly. But he's hot. But no, it's what she wants, but he's hot. But then we get witches later on, and the witches are really cool. And there's so much lore, sweet, juicy lore all the way through. Oh, and then, my favourite with the clairvoyant. Anyways, what have you got?
I am going to suggest another middle grade-ish young teen. It's not one that I've read, because honestly it's werewolves and I don't tend to read werewolves. But this one is by Natalie C. Parker of Vampires Never Die fame. So obviously it's going to be good. It's called The Devouring Wolf.
Oh.
Little wolf, here I come. They say that the devouring wolf isn't real, just an old legend, a giant creature who consumes the magic inside young werewolves. The elders tell the tale to scare young pups into obedience. It's a spooky campfire story for fledgling wolves. Or is it? It's the eve of the first full moon of summer, and 12-year-old Riley Callahan is ready. This is the year she will finally turn into a wolf. She has to. No one transforms after 12. Nothing can ruin her mood. Not her little brother Milo's teasing, not Mama N's smothering, not even her other mom C's absence from their pack ceremony. But then the unthinkable happens. Something that violates every rule of wolf magic. Riley doesn't shift. Hashtag tenuous link. Along with the 4 other kids who somehow didn't transform, Riley is left with questions that even the pack leaders don't have answers to. And to make matters far worse, it appears something has awoken in the woods that same night. A creature with an insatiable hunger. Has the devouring wolf been awakened?
Well, has she? Tell me more.
I can't. I don't know. I haven't read the book yet.
Oh.
I know. Sounds good, though. And we do love a middle grade.
We do. We do. What's the new in Indie Spotlight? Can it be as amazing as Pickled Corpses and
Yes.
Orphans?
Yes, it can. And I will say that I have already looked at this just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
So what I'm going to recommend is Darlin and Her Other Names by Olivia Stephens. And this is another graphic... Well, it's not a graphic novel. It's web comics.
All right.
So, she wrote this whole thing a couple of years ago, but has only within the past week, as of recording, shared it on Webcomic Studio.
Wow.
So this is very, very brand new. So,
yeah.
Darlin and Her Other Names. Colorado, 1881. Injured and on the run from hunters, a werewolf calling herself Marta collides with Edgar, a bruised and battered outlaw trying to escape his own problems. The two quickly band together to survive the night, and when the sun rises, they'll both have to decide on a new path forward. So, I'm going to give you a little bit of background info that I got from Olivia's Patreon. She says,
okay.
Hello again, lovely patrons and followers. Early last year, I wrote about my plans to start publicly serializing Darlin and Her Other Names as a webcomic. My original plan was to time the launch with my completion of Part 2, but given life's current circumstances, both personal and global, and other resource constraints, I thought it might be wiser to stop waiting around and just launch the webcomic now, and then maybe it'll give me an extra motivational kick in the butt. I present Darlin and Her Other Names, now hosted on Webcomic Studio. So just a couple of days ago, she posted the first 6 pages of Part 1, and she says that she's going to do 1 or 2 pages every week going forward. And she chose Webcomic Studio as the host because it's a nice, promising indie platform that is staunchly against AI.
Ooh, nice. Do you need to... Is this a paid for thing as well? So do you support the artist?
I think when I looked at it, I mean, I could see all 6 pages that she posted. They weren't behind any paywalls. I did sign up for her Patreon as a free member, so I could read a little bit more about it, but, I think it would be wise for everyone to go and support her on Patreon.
Cool. Excellent.
Yeah.
Cool.
Also us. Also us.
While you're there.
Might as well.
And you know what? If you go and do that, you can put a stamp on your Fictional Hangover summer bingo.
Mm-hmm. You can. And you should. And if you don't know what we're talking about, check out our social media.
And sign up to the newsletter.
Yes.
As well. And if you do that, that's another stamp on the Fictional Hangover summer bingo.
Yes. So many stamps.
So easy.
Yeah.
To get the stamps.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the end of this episode of Fictional Hangover. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Claire.
Join us next time as we discuss another werewolf book. Because our theme this month is Good Doggo.
14 out of 10 would recommend Doggos again.
So next time we're going to take it back in time a little bit. And we're going to discuss Shiver by Maggie Stiefvater. Look out for our Would You Rather polls and monthly challenges on social media. Don't forget about our book club on Discord. Be sure to visit our shop on Redbubble at fictionalhangover.redbubble.com for all your favorite Fictional Hangover themed merchandise, and become a patron of ours on Patreon at patreon.com/fictionalhangover. Until next time, remember, the only cure for a fictional hangover is another book.
you can find us at fictionalhangover.com and follow us on all social media at Fictional Hangover. If you like this episode, check out our others and be sure to rate, review and subscribe so you don't miss out. Thanks for listening.